You would actually be surprised to know that the words that we use in daily life doesn't mean same in accounting. For example, you spend to purchase car, right? But that is not an expense. It is actually an asset. You would have got many appreciations, but wouldn't have heard about the term depreciation, right? So, most of the students in class 11 lose marks not because they can't calculate, but because they don't understand the basic terms. And so, that's the topic for today. So, today we are going to learn the accountancy foundational vocabulary in this video. So, students, take your notebook and pen and take notes as and when we go through this topic. How is a vocabulary taught for any new language to a child or to anyone? We would teach the words and tell its category, right? Say, kitchen. So, the kitchen items include stove, cooker, mixer, grinder. All the items which pertain to the classification furniture are put together. Like furnitures include bed, table, chair, stool, and pencil, paper, stapler, rulers, or all the items, the words which are categorized as stationary items. Garden, school, office, bank are all categorized under the term places. So you all would have played name, place, animal, things, right? So what is that? It's actually categorization, and it helps to increase your vocabulary and your understanding of the language and usage, right? So, in the same way, in accounting, we would learn the vocabulary of the accounting, which are the accounting terms being used. So, for this, I have taken these five classifications that helps you in understanding basics from the basics and going up to the golden rules of accounting that would help you in journalizing till the preparation of the balance sheet. So, this basic classification would help you till that end. Let us go through these five major categories. Assets include furniture, stock, cash, bank. Liabilities would include loan, capital, expense payable. Revenue would include sales, service income, gains, and what is person? It includes debtor, creditor, capital, balance, or drawings. Expenses, of course, would include admin expenses, purchases, depreciation, etc. Wait, don't worry that I'm just rushing through these topics. We'll be learning in detail now. Accounting vocabulary, first we are going to look into what are assets. Entity owes benefit in future. That means you pay cash or you purchase something, but you will be getting the benefit from it even in future. This is an example. Yes, is a sole proprietor individual who has paid cash to purchase a building, right? So, what is this building? It is an asset because I paid cash now, but I would be getting the benefit even in future. Another example, I pay I pay to a wood dealer, which so I am I am a manufacturer of wooden furnitures, so I pay cash to purchase raw material that is wood from a wooden dealer. So, what is this raw material wood? It is nothing but stock. So, once again, stock is a asset, of course. Now, let's move to the next terminology, liabilities. We owe money to others, which is called as liabilities. What is that? Something I am payable to other people. That is nothing but I am liable to pay them. We call it as liability. Let us see examples. I actually purchased building, right? Say I am not paying for that building, but I am paying it later. Okay. So the amount which I have not paid, like your payments which you make through credit card, right? So that amount which is on credit is nothing but a liability. So payable to the supplier, that is a liability. Say, I need funds for running my business and I take a loan of 20 lakhs. In this, what do I do? The bank takes equal monthly installments EMI from me, right? So, in this case, what happens? I received cash for the loan amount, right? 20 lakhs, but on the same time, I'm having a loan of rupees 20 lakhs. That means when I applied for the loan and I got the money, I received the money cash, which is an asset, whereas I am as well liable to the bank. So, loan amount, which is nothing but the liability. So, I hope you are now able to understand what is asset and liability, right? With these examples. Now, let's move further to the next topic classification, that is person. We'll see two examples. A is an individual who is doing a business, sells good to X, and the amount which is payable for the sales, right? It is an income for A, but X is not yet paid, which is receivable from X. In this case, who is X? X is a sundry debtor. A debtor means we have given something to them and they are in return yet to pay for that. So they owe money to us. They are the sundry debtors. So sundry debtor is a person, right? Another example where I purchase raw material from Y and the amount which is due to the Y is not yet paid. So this amount which I need to pay to the other person is a liability, yet it's a liability. Y is a sundry creditor. That means what? He is a person to whom I owe money. I am liable to pay that person some money. So Y is a sundry creditor. There are other cases where persons are involved. Why I am using this terminology as person for the sundry debtors and creditors is it helps you in better understanding while we go into the golden rules of accounting. Another example of person is A invests in its own business, so the amount which it invested is nothing but capital. Once again, A is different from the entity, right? The owner of the company, owner of the sole proprietorship firm is different from the entity. So the capital which is invested is once again person, owner's capital, and the amount which the owner withdraws for the personal use, that is drawings, is also person. Now let's move on to the next topic, that is revenue. For the sales that has been made, whatever the amount receivable or received is called as revenue. Let us see with examples. A makes sales to X and the amount due is receivable. So, what is this sales? That is revenue. Sale of goods or sale of services, anything which the business deals with, whatever for which the amount, whether it is receivable or received. But the sale which is being made is revenue. What is expense? The cost incurred for running of the business is expense. Let's see an example. A makes a purchase, salary paid, rent expense, electricity. All these are what is necessary for the running of the business. So, all these are the expenses. Now, next move on to the final understanding on what is profit or loss. I have come up with a beautiful example now. Here, you see that the entity has paid a revenue of rupees 100, right? And expenses have been incurred for rupees 70. So what is this difference? That is excess of revenue over expense is what? Profit of rupees 30 rupees. That is profit or income. Now let's take another example. This entity has made a revenue of rupees 70. And what happened? It has made an excess expense of rupees 100. So, this excess of expense over the revenue is nothing but loss of rupees 30. Now, you would get a question now. When the revenue was only rupees 70, how was that extra 30 rupees being spent to make a loss? Yes, did you get this question? Please wait for my next video where I'll be coming up with a new topic which is related to this. I hope you are clear with the basic accounting vocabulary words. Please share to your friends and anyone who is brand new to accounting and accounting concepts. See you soon in the next video. Thank you.